which has me thinking, what could they be doing here to adjust their weapons? Will the bucket still be as effective on something like Arrow Animal?
I definitely think it will be still as effective. There's some good slopes for the bucket to take advantage of.
Yeah, generally when it comes to sloshers and dynamos in particular, I look for ramps in a map, and with the massive ramp that is in the middle of the map, I would expect as much. And even some, not even necessarily the middle ramp, but some of the elevated points where you're looking down in on the team's court side. Either way.
Yeah, just a lot of very vertical focus maps, so slosher is definitely still going to be very useful.
Going to go ahead again. Started here. Arrow Animal Rainmaker. Very hectic, and we'll be seeing these teams go right at it at the middle right from the get-go.
We are going to be seeing 10 attack and 52 from Kamo-Cat this time, so they are going to drop that second bubbler in favor of some more offensive weapons, I think, instead of just trying to get that bubble.
Yeah, a little bit more appropriate since it's not so. So, for example, on tower control, you have a direct objective that you need to stay on top of for as long as possible, which, of course, you're going to prioritize having Krakens and Bubblers, where it's a little bit okay to not have so much with Rainmaker. But we'll see how they adjust for this, as that sniper is still left untouched.
Yeah, Exultance seeming to have most of mid controlled right here, and they are going to just wait a while to get more control here before pushing that Rainmaker. No, there is a block right there to stop him from falling, and that is just going to get caught out by Sanma right there, knowing where Key was hiding.
Yeah, and I think I should point out that push, or that, oh my goodness, they're pushing, excuse me, right now. They're going to have to, he gets rid of the Rainmaker right before he dies, and that's really big. That is utterly big because that color whale was adjusted to the middle part of the map where Exultance was just recovering from their deaths. And if they didn't get it there, that might have been game. Good job on Key to be able to notch up the kill right before he died.
Yeah, and we see Kamo-Cat, as soon as they had an advantage, they took it and just pushed that Rainmaker to 37. That does mean that Exultance is going to have special advantage for the rest of the game right now, but the bubble is just going to try to keep them back right now.
And does a good job at doing so. Looks like he's going to be able to come back to his teammate. Nobody having died since he died, so a little bit of a stalemate we're seeing here coming from these teams. Killer Whale going to be activated and maybe taking the time to take that Rainmaker. Yes, they are, but something to keep in mind. They have no ink in this middle territory right now. They are able to get rid of one, though, but there's a sniper on the right side going to be able to get that Rainmaker.
Yeah, Key's going to be able to try to push him out right here, but a little bit cautious, wondering if that E-Leader has Kraken ready, and the Tri-Slosher on that ramp is going to try to keep Key out as well.
He's going to stick to the side there, that lower part of Arrow on a Mall that sometimes is overlooked. But it looks like he has some complications in moving. Going to hide behind that wall. Rainmaker having some difficulty moving around. And there is I believe that's a bubbler. Yeah, that's a slosher to the Rainmaker's side. And he's just going to try to make it. He might be able to do it. How is he doing it? He's doing it all by himself. He gets the double. Key is able to get the double without the attention of the Rainmaker on him. And still, they are going to be able to take the lead at 31 points. Good stuff coming in from whoever was holding that Rainmaker, as he was able to use the distraction of Key and everybody else on his team to really open up that middle point. They have the Rainmaker, they have the Inks who are going to move up the middle. Not going to be able to move it too much at the 27-point mark, though.
Alright, that looks like that's going to be most of the push finish right there. What happened really right there was all of Kamo-Cat's was flanking at the same time, it looked like, and as they came in from the sides, the Rainmaker just slipped out right into the middle, and they had to deal with the rest of Exultance before getting to that Rainmaker.
So far, Exultance is going to have to maybe play a little bit more defense now that a lot of their members were wiped out. He covered a little bit on the left side with the suction bomb, and he's going to turn his attention to the middle of the map where that Rainmaker is still laying, jumping down from above, but he's going to fall down, unfortunately. We've seen him fall down a couple times in the past.
He couldn't decide whether to go all the way forward or pearl back onto the grating, and not deciding is going to mean you end up in the water.
I'm going to put down some suction bombs to get quicker access to a special. He's going to see someone right next to him, but he's not going to be able to locate him out. Unfortunately, Sanma with the splatter shot, some awesome work coming in from him. Going to be able to survive for a little bit longer and maybe open up some ground for, some much-needed ground for Kamo-Cat, who currently is looking for someone to pave the way ahead for them.
That's 3 down for Kamo-Cat right now, so Exultance is going to take back control of this mid area again, and Kamo-Cat is going to once again have to somehow find a way back in right now.
A minute and 15 seconds left in this one. Slosher is coming in, gets the kill onto Exultance Gaming, and that's going to be 1 kill, but fortunately enough for them, Kamo-Cat not exactly able to get what they need to get.
That Rainmaker killing the Tri-Slosher was so huge right there. He had bubble and was about to pop it on Key, but did not expect the Rainmaker shot to come in right there.
And now that's a little bit of a window of opportunity to at least advance on the left side, or at least keep it for now. He's in a pretty vulnerable position, not being able to move it. You see that Rainmaker trying to move it, but he's not going to be able to, as he's sitting there as an open duck. No help with any ink to be able to go up that wall, and that's going to be him going down. 2 members down, potentially even 3 members down. One of the 2 members up for Exultance is going to be zoned out, so it's pretty much a 4v1 on the Rainmaker for now. And this is dangerous for them.
Yeah, Kamo-Cat looks like they have been able to get back into the mid area right now. One of Exultance down off of that bubbler. Key not wanting to be here right now.
Got him with that Inksuka though, and with his teammates dying at his side, he was able to get them. And that Rainmaker with 15 seconds left to go, that might have been the win for them.
Yeah, all of Kamo-Cat basically went down there, and I think Exultance is going to try to grab this Rainmaker and just run back with it.
No, but they die! They die, all of them are dying! That might have been the wrong move to go! They might be able to get it at the last second! They get it in overtime. All of them are dead, but someone's shooting it. Someone's delaying it at least a little bit. Killer Whale coming in, but that move cost them and they lost in overtime. Moving it back completely backfires on them and they lost it. No. It is 2-0.
Where did the Tri-Slosher come from? Just a bubble out of nowhere.
I have no words for that move, and that has got to be tilting for them. That has got to be absolutely devastating for them, as Exultance, looking to tie the series up, is now on their last legs.
Wow. I thought they were good to pull it back. I didn't know the Tri-Slosher was there. I have no idea where he came from. I think he came around from the side of mid.
Yeah.
Like, he came up that little sneaky area where the Rainmaker had last died for Exultance and came around the grating from behind. I think that's where he came from. And just a great flank right there while still being in mid.
Can we notice something, by the way? That the Rainmaker shield, it popped yellow. Exultance popped that bubble. And I think they were shooting it because a lot of KC was around it. And I saw they were trying to just keep it, delay it, and delay it, and delay it.
Are you sure? I guess it did pop yellow.
Yeah.
I mean, there was a killer whale from Kamo-Cat's on it.
Oh, you know what? So you're right. You're right.
It was definitely Kamo-Cat's pop.
Okay. Might be. Apologies on that one. But either way, you know, if it was absolutely certain, which, I mean, even you were pretty certain that it was safe to move it back. But they didn't see, and the presence of mind for Kamo-Cat's member to wrap around with no time left, take the time to wrap around. That's a risky move, and that's about as risky of a move as we saw in that TP versus Memories match. But just the presence of mind to execute that, really. Props to them.
Kyoro's doing an amazing job right now. That's all I can say.
That Slosher is doing some work, man. We'll see if they get the double Slosher going, as they're going back into Piranha splat zones. And this one is always exhilarating as well. So let's see here. No changes in weapon composition as yet. Now, my question for Exultance. I've heard people can get hot-headed in their team. I hear word on the block is some particular members of Exultance may be more prone to tilt than others. And that's got me somewhat concerned for their team. But we'll see how that turns out. If the mental game plays at all in this one. Gonna go ahead and get started here. Do or die now. Exultance, you need to win these next 3 matches in order to stay alive in this and move on to lose quarterfinals, where you will then play Omohide. They've won plenty of matches 3-2, especially in groups. After groups, they were able to win 3-0.
Definitely no stranger to these tight situations.
Yeah. That's a bubble coming in, and that bubbler once again doing its work. Disruptor activated, and honestly, the combination on that Slosher is ridiculous. Disruptor and bubble, pretty solid, I'd say.
Yeah, definitely a very solid weapon, and all of Exultance right now is pushed back. Like, this is completely Kamo-Cat's offensive right now.
We'll see if they're able to hold it out, but he's going to want to watch out. The Kraken being activated on top of him, may be able to survive for just a little bit longer. Yes, he is, somehow, and is able to get a kill, while in the meantime, Key doing some work here for his team, as he's going to actually move to cover the opposing team's territory when they're not even expecting it. Good job on Key there, doing a huge job for his team, getting another kill. It is a one-man show right now, as he is seemingly the only person covering this. Gets his Inksuka up at the ready, not able to get the kill at the same time, but keeps up the offensive. Great defense coming in from Key.
And that's going to give enough time for Exultance to somewhat take control back of their zone. But that's still 2 down for Exultance right now.
Oh my goodness. Yep, and just like that, without Key's presence, it seems that they're not able to get control of the zones. Kamo-Cat goes on the offensive for just a little bit longer. INKSTORM going to be sent into there, but the bubble is right next to them. They're going to have to watch out, but they're going to get clean swept by that bubbler. As they pay no mind to the bubble, they have nowhere to move back, and they're going to get bested by him. That bubbler just got 3 kills, by the way, if you couldn't look at it on the top left of your screen. So, really good job done by him. Oh god, that suction bomb actually immediately exploding onto the wall right next to Sama right there. Getting the kill.
Good sense of mind from Key to do that, and he is going to try to stall the opponent's zone, give Exultance some time to get back in there, but he's going to be immediately taken out by the Octo Shot.
And as soon Exultance needs to win the 1v1 happening on their zone right now. Kraken being activated on top of them, and that's going to be a win for them. Now they could maybe push on the offensive. It's a 3v3 right now, but they do have in control right now. As Key is looking to spot out anybody, but it looks like KC's Komodo is going to be able to spot him out beforehand. And that's going to be their own territory going over to KC with 2 minutes and 30 seconds left.
It's just, I mean, Exultance really hasn't been able to get any offense going here. They seem to be more of a defense-styled play, and on something like Piranha Pit, you need to be able to pressure their opponent's zone at the same time, or else it's just going to be a completely one-sided game as we've seen for most of this. He
is going to be able to play some hide and seek with that Kraken just a little bit, but he can't really afford to play games too much right now as they are losing, and they don't have too much time left to go. He is going to be able to get at least 1 kill with that INKSTORM. But unfortunately,
that is finally 2 down for Kamo-Cat.
I think that's the first time.
Needs to put something up right now.
That's the first time we've seen 2 go down, or at least I've noticed it. But they should be able to get some offense going as they both get both of the splat zones. Key's going to want to take into mind maybe an offensive on the left side, but it looks like he predicted incorrectly there, as it looks like Kamo-Cat bouncing around, able to avoid any of the advances made by Exultance, and that's going to be a death on their zone. Going to cost them a lot of ink in their zone and a lot of control, as Key's going to go around and make sure they have control in the opposing team's ink. Maybe get some ground on the sniper, push him back a little bit, but he's going to have to realize that all that offensive made on the sniper is going to cost them control and territory over the splat zones.
Yeah, I mean, that all went bad once Key got disrupted and Tim was left in a 1v2 against the Tri-Slosher and the Octo Shot with Key not being able to do anything. And it just looks like it's gone back to, I want to say neutral, but Exultance has Kamo-Cat's own. That's a great kill on the Tri-Slosher right there.
And that's some territory made on the opposing team's territory, but if Key was able to get the sniper, they may have been able to make something with it, but now that's 2 only alive against 3 from Kamo-Cat. 1 minute left to go. And they might have something here. They get control of their own zone. And now, can they get the offensive? Kamo-Cat has going to have to play the defensive, and they are going to get the snipe onto Key when it's needed. It's a 3v3 right now. Whoever dies right now is going to do a massive number for their team. That's 1 down for Kamo-Cat as all 4 are coming up for Exultance. They do have territory of their own zone, and now they push onto the offensive. Finally, it seems Echolocator is out. And they get a kill onto the zone. Maybe push back a little bit. They do have a little bit of a penalty, but that's a double kill coming in for Key in a pretty necessary time, and he's going to use the time to go into the offensive here. INKSTORM available at the ready. Will he be able to do it?
But there's someone from Kamo-Cat's in Exultance's zone
right now. That's a double kill! Then this is absolutely huge for Key with 15 seconds left to go. Will they be able to keep this offensive? Wind down the penalty. There's a Kraken activated, I believe. Sorry, the bubble activated to the left of him. They're going to have to watch out for that, but they're going to be able to take the... No, they lose control with 6 seconds, 5 seconds left to go, and they die right on top of the zone. That's it. That's game. Overtime, maybe. But will they be able to... No, and that's the Exultance getting knocked down. And that is going to be game, set, and match. Exultance not able to pull off the last second comeback, and Kamo-Cat, congratulations on holding out the defense for the last minute there. They'll be able to move on to losers quarterfinals immediately, and oh my goodness, Exultance, that has got to be the most, if I were them, just a lot of regrets in that one, honestly, and just a lot of what ifs, really. Those last couple of seconds, you couldn't... That has got to be so disappointing for them, but for Kamo-Cat to actually withstand the pressure, realize that Exultance is on the offensive, and still be able to keep and stand their ground is super huge. And I don't think I can say that enough about Kamo-Cat. Congratulations to them. They have done enough of their own work. As all of these players are just kind of sitting here like, what did we just go through? But once again, And I think more so than the last game, I think the 3-0 score does not indicate how close it was at all. It does not do the match any justice.
After that first Moray Tower control game, Exultance definitely made a few adjustments. Maybe got more used to that tri-slosher over time, as he didn't do as well that last game. But Kamo-Cat's just able to barely hang on in there.
Exultance Gaming knocked out. They will have to take the, I believe,